All right. It is Tuesday. It is currently December 1st, 2020, and we are in the sunshine, cold Florida. So, this week, seeing that it's officially been about 3 months since I first launched this channel on September 1st, it has been a quarter of a year since this channel came into being. So today, instead of talking about something new, I decided, well, how about we look at where this channel has been, where it is, and potentially where it is going in terms of reflecting on what has been done. So yes, today's episode is a quick reflection on the channel thus far. Oh my gosh, I'm tearing up. That was not planned. But in terms of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, all of the episodes that I presented in itself, they were at their best in the time in which they were created. So therefore, I cannot say if there's a worse one or the best one. Nonetheless, there is one or two that are my favorites in regards to what I did on it. So even with decisions that we make on a daily basis, we always look back at those decisions and kind of wonder, is like whether or not I could have made a better decision now that I know what I know. The thing is that when you are in a moment, you present your best information based on what you know. But once you start to acquire more data and more knowledge and more experience, then you can look back and see or compare and kind of have a different perspective in regards to what you were able to do and how better it could have been if you have made a different decision based on the new information that you have. What the flip? So one of the reasons why I created the channel was to share, of course, those daily, those life experiences, and also to kind of help other people in terms of navigating through some of those problems that they may have, and kind of learn from my experiences so that they can apply some of the knowledge and tips and tidbits that I present on these videos. And another reason is so that I can actually see the progress in which I am making in terms of me presenting the information, how it is being done, and what I was able to do based on the information and the skill sets that I had in a given time. So yes, after looking at those past videos, my favorite one is Where's Your Father? That was episode 3. If you guys haven't gotten the chance to kind of look at episode 3 as yet, go ahead and take a look at it, and then I'll give you some of my reasons why it was my favorite episode. It was my favorite because, first of all, even though I wasn't coherent in terms of the story that I wanted to tell, but the way in which I presented and some of the things I said based on what I knew at that time, I felt as though even today when I still watch it, it still gives me those goosebumps in terms of how I was able to kind of still maintain my composure even when I lost it on camera. It's like I started crying, I started tearing up. It was a touchy topic for me to discuss because that is a very personal topic for me in terms of what I went through with that topic. And like I said on the video, there are so many people that are going through it as well, and I'm sure they can relate to that feeling of not having their fathers around. So fatherlessness, or Where's Your Father, was the title of the topic or the talk on episode 3. So if you have the time, go ahead and take a quick recap on that episode and enjoy what was said on that episode. So it's like that was my favorite. The episode that I had the best fun in terms of presenting was, of course, Story Time. So Story Time in itself, it was a compilation of 3 episodes in terms of part 1, part 2, and the finale. And of course, the No was the I guess the behind the editors, the extended version of that particular Story Time, which I presented in a series of 3 episodes. So that was the one I had the most fun with in terms of doing. And the reason why I had so much fun with it, and it definitely presented a different perspective that I had in terms of social media, which I always knew, but in terms of actually being able to create content, is that it kind of showed me that no matter how people are presenting themselves on social media, even myself per se, it's like they always have some stuff they're dealing with. And even though I was coming back every Tuesday and still presenting the episodes, it was like there was so many things happening on a daily basis that was beating me up, like mentally, physically, emotionally, all of these things. but I was still able to kind of still find the time within my day to still come out here and still smile and get off and laugh and have fun in terms of creating the content that I was doing. So whether it's ourselves in terms of when we post our videos or pictures or whatever it is on social media, I know and now I've come to realize and appreciate that we all are dealing with some stuff. Stuff. And the stuff that we deal with, we definitely don't want anybody to know about it. We want to keep it to ourselves because it is personal. But with social media, in terms of we wanted to expose or share the most significant and the most funnest and the most joyous part of our daily lives and our being, this is usually what we tend to share. And so, whether it's the celebrities, the athletes, even you and I on a daily basis, we still have stuff that we deal with, but we prefer not to share those things because it is what we consider us. And we don't want people to know the worst part of ourselves because we want to keep those things hidden as we feel as though nobody will be able to relate to what it is that we are going through. So those were the highlights in terms of the channel so far. Every episode that I've done has been in itself the best work that I've done. There's none of my work that's the worst part, because at the end of the day, I come here every single week and try to do my best and saying what needs to be said and trying to stay conscious, concise, and in alignment to what needs to be said if I possibly can. So with that said, that brings us to the end of today's episode. So next week, I'm looking at potentially doing a topic which is going to be on identity politics. I wanted to touch upon it today, but I figured since it was 3 months since the channel launched, that I should take a step back and kind of reflect and really kind of take it in, because it is difficult, presenting material and then not knowing whether or not people are going to like it, share it, or subscribe to your channel, because you don't control any of that. The only thing I can control is coming here on a weekly basis and saying what I want to say and what I feel as though needs to be said, and also taking critique and feedback from those people who want to help me get better, and trying to come out here every single week and applying those lessons and those insights to making sure that I continue to bring my best work forward. Woo! It's cold. but yes, so next week, looking at identity politics, so we're going to see how that goes into it, because it's like with this whole entire topic about the Vice President of the United States in terms of what identity is, I feel as though I have some similar stories and experiences that actually leads to that particular topic that I can share from my perspective of being, 2 or 3 different things at once. So so that's what I'm planning on doing next week. So guys, stay tuned. It is cold in Florida. I don't even know what the temperature is, but it's freaking cold. And look at your hair with no long sleeves and your boy dying. Got on this hat trying to protect my head, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. But with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to support, continue to like, continue to tell your friends tell a friend about this channel, and maybe they would be able to kind of find something within it that they can learn from and apply to something that they're going through at this moment. So with that said, deuces, I am Audi. Peace, love, enjoyment, and until next time, I'm Audi.